As crazy as this may seem, it may seem way too premature for someone like Moses Atomo. And for someone like Moses Atomo to have that mindset of thinking about Daniel Dubois, I would say yes. But this is not the case, okay? The caption reads, I like the sound of being the first person to stop Moses Atomo. That's from Daniel Dubois, not Moses Atomo. Okay, so Moses Atomo is doing what Moses Atomo does. This is a projection, okay, of someone wanting to be the first to do a particular thing. So that means that Daniel Dubois has already seen Moses Atomo and pretty much has him on his radar. Sure, it's far away, but he does have him on his radar. He does have him in mind, and he is aware of the things that he's doing. On top of that, people, the sparring wars are something that we need to take into account because Moses Atomo has sparred Daniel Dubois as well, and he says he looks sharp, he's strong, and at some point, sparring is sparring. But at some point, Moses Atomo had to show Daniel Dubois, like, look, I'm young, I'm here, just like you were young and you were putting it to Anthony Joshua, and I'm young and I'm putting it to you. No Diddy, right? And I think Daniel, may have something that he wants to get off his chest and settle in the ring in a professional setting, based on what has happened with Moses Atomo. I mean, why else would he? He's the IBF champion, right? Moses Atomo he wants to be with 20 fights. He wants to be one of the youngest heavyweight champions, but he's not on Dubois' level yet. So why is Dubois worried and concerned about being the first to do something with Moses Atomo? Giving Moses Atomo his first loss. Why are you so interested in beating him? You know what I mean? Unless something happened anyway. We know other sparring rumors with other fighters, but eventually that has to be done in the ring, or it's a desire to want to fight in the ring based on what happened in sparring. You know what I mean? More importantly, based on what was revealed that happened in sparring. So I think that if anything, in any case, Moses gave Daniel Dubois the business. If I was just looking through that, people may say that's reaching. No, Daniel Dubois wouldn't have brought up the idea or even the sparring itself for no reason. And Daniel is one of those guys. He's pretty much a pragmatic guy. He thinks he does. He thinks he wants, he gets. He's one of those guys. So when he started talking about sparring, something happened in sparring that made him remember Moses Atomo, that also made him want to desire to be the first one to do it. Now, don't get me wrong. If Moses keeps winning, he keeps knocking people out, they're going to be on a collision course anyway. Especially if Daniel can keep that IBF strap, if Daniel can keep winning, if Daniel proves to be that champion that people, want him and he's shaping molding to be, Moses Atomo will be that next guy in line. Like Daniel Dubois says, line him up. But he did say and mention sparring, like, I felt his punches. I did this, and he's not the only one, people. Like Lawrence Akali has also said that, like, hey, this guy, hey, I can't play with this dude. This dude gave me the blues in sparring. So I believe if he's giving someone like Lawrence Akali the blues, why not Daniel Dubois the blues? It's sparring, of course. It's sparring. So I do think that Daniel, wants to make something stick, by showing Moses Atomo where he's at now. Because remember, that was a different Daniel Dubois as well. So I think Daniel Dubois is eager to show Moses Atomo, wherever he's at in his professional ranking, where he's at being a champion on the IBF end. But you guys tell me what you think of Daniel Dubois stating that he wants to be the first person to beat Moses Atomo. He likes the sound of that. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!